Homer dressed as a king and threw jewelry into the crowd. This was a party that the Simpson family held every year. Homer invited many people to his yard to have fun, but he deliberately left out his neighbor, Flanders, because he thought Flanders was a killjoy. At Marge's suggestion, Homer went to invite Flanders.
3, 2, 1. It's Ash Wednesday, everybody. Set down your gins and confess your sins.
The next day, the yard was a mess. Lenny was curious about where Homer got the funds for the party. Homer told him he could borrow a lot of money through a home equity loan. At that moment, Homer was informed about an adjustable rate mortgage reset. Marge and Homer went to the bank, only to discover that they had to pay back a huge loan every month, but they were unable to afford it. As a result, the bank foreclosed on the Simpson family's house and put it up for auction. Marge was reluctant to leave the house. Homer comforted her by saying he would pull all the copper wires from the walls to sell for money, but he forgot to turn off the power. Homer, devastated by losing the house, tried to hang himself, but he was so overweight that he broke the tree branch. At the auction, Mr. Burns bid $100,000. At that moment, Flanders saw the backs of his neighbors and felt a surge of kindness. He bid higher and bought the house, offering to rent it back to Homer's family until they could afford to buy it again. When they moved back in, Homer's family sang a song for Flanders, inviting him to stay for dinner. When Marge walked to the sink, she noticed the faucet was leaking. Homer checked and found that the leak would stop if a heavy object was placed on it. So, he put the cat on top. At that moment, Flanders offered to help, saying that as the landlord, it was his responsibility to fix things. Flanders fixed the leak for Marge, and just as he was about to leave, he was informed of other places in the house that were leaking. The kind-hearted Flanders agreed to help again. At that point, Marge pulled out a jar full of repair issues, and Flanders ended up fixing many more things for the Simpson family, even injuring his head in the process. But later that night, Homer called Flanders again to fix more things. Flanders refused, saying he needed to rest. Hearing this, Homer began to shout angrily at Flanders and even went to Moe's tavern to spread rumors that Flanders didn't care about anything. After hearing this, Moe gave Homer an idea to expose Flanders on TV. Later, Homer brought the TV crew to his house and complained about how terrible everything was. The TV crew exaggerated the situation, creating a negative image of Flanders. Flanders angrily confronted Homer, saying he would take the house back, but Homer didn't care. He said he could find another neighbor to buy the house and let them continue living there. The neighbors, upon hearing this, began shouting angrily at Homer.